So some additional components for XGO's product line for, tactical performance and usage is both the watch cap and the neck gaiter. So really cool performance fabrics, antimicrobial, so it doesn't stink like cat piss after you've worn it for 2 weeks in the field. Clean seams, which means on the inside, these seams aren't all nasty. They're not going to be rubbing on you. Moisture wicking?
Yeah, moisture wicking. Anti-odor, which, again, the cat piss comment.
It sounds trivial, but man, it's really not. So why would you wear these? We can geek out on the textiles of them. We just covered all the high points, but really, if we're both standing here in front of these things, we can talk like a little bit of when you use them, where you use them, why you use them, and maybe some things you don't know. So I'll kick it off and just say this. Don't ever, operate or whatever you call it. Don't do your job in any environment, anywhere, without at least having a watch cap or a snookie somewhere in your gear. Having one of these things has saved my ass more times than I wish to admit to. Because even if it is 70, 80 degrees in the daytime and you're doing your thing, and then at night it gets down to like 60, which is not cold, but your freaking head is wet because you're sweating everywhere. It's just pull a freaking watch cap out and put it on, and you're like instantly back to life. You're like, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Plus, these things from a field standpoint have a bunch of other uses, like cleaning freaking optics and stuff like that. It's like just pull that thing out and wipe your lens caps off or things like that. But me personally, we used to be, I don't know if you did, it was pretty common to wear these underneath your helmets in pretty austere environments. I have stopped doing that, and I think that's kind of fallen out of favor, mostly because the helmet technology has changed so much, where, dude, if you got, integrated ear pro and a helmet, and especially now with all the amazing helmet pad technology, you're pretty much doing the same thing as this is. So I pretty much stopped wearing these under a helmet, but I always have them with me, always.
Same. Yep. So an important thing to note about these accessories, particularly the watch cap and the neck gaiter, is they come in all 4 phases that XGO offers in terms of layering capabilities. So if you're needing something for a more arid climate or something a little bit more on the colder side, they have you covered in any which way.
Yeah, and it's a good thing too, because especially with the neck gaiter, I actually like wearing a neck gaiter just operationally. So even if I'm in an extremely hot environment, it's good to have that phase 1. It's real thin. It's not enough that you're going to overheat, but it is enough to keep the sun off your neck, your sling off your neck, brass from going down your collar and things like that. So really awesome that they took the same approach for these accessories that they did with the rest of their garment line, going from phase 1 to phase 4. So you can tailor it specifically for your operational environment and your needs. These accessories are also come in the FR version. So having an FR neck gaiter could really mean the difference between getting injured or not. If you're doing exothermic breaching or explosive breaching or anything like that, I definitely don't want hot slag hitting me in this area. That would be bad. So a neck gaiter operationally can do a lot more than just keep you warm. This is a very versatile piece of kit. And also take it out and use it as a rag, which I know is not what it's designed for, but they do work well in that capacity, or wiping off nods, lenses, and all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't get caught short ever without one of these or one of these in my gear, no matter where I'm operating or when I'm operating.
Yeah. They're especially beneficial too if you need to conceal your identity. I mean, I'm talking about the obvious things here, but it's things some people don't think about. If you need to pull this up and run it over your nose to conceal your identity, if something like that is what you have to do. And then also too, they can kind of create at least a little bit of a barrier between dust and things like that get kicked up inside of a house or a structure or even outside. It can be the difference between chewing on sand and then not.
So now that maybe you learned a little bit more about these accessories and how to use them, definitely check out the full line of XGO's balaclavas and neck gaiters on XGO's website.